I am craving for something sweet, something very sweet, like very sweet. But I don't have much. Like I wish I had chocolate, but I don't have chocolate. I have flour, I have baking powder, I have a stove, I have every single thing that I need to make a cake, but I don't have what I need to make what I want, which is a chocolate cake. But at the same time, I want something sweet. So I have orange and I have sugar. I'm gonna make it orange cake. Maybe I can do a carrot cake, but nah, orange cake. I feel like I'm gonna regret this. I might as well just go to bed and sleep. Like, why am I doing this? Do I even have time? I'm gonna do it anyway. I started by putting 2 eggs on a bowl. I brought my orange. I peeled my orange, and on a pot on the stove, I put the orange peel with the outside orange stuff with sugar, water, and cinnamon. I let it boil because this is going to be like the sweetest part of our cake. Just let it boil with the lid. I cut my orange and I tried to squeeze it, which it was not easy. So I had the amazing idea of cutting it because I don't have a blender and I didn't want to make noise for my roommate. I put sugar on my bowl and oil and mix it. I add the orange, and this time I'm mixing it with a fork. It looks weird. I don't know what am I doing. So just let this thing boil. While it's boiling, I put the flour on the mix that I'm making, just the cake. Like, just keep on doing that. And I'm using a fork because I don't have much. I have a fork. And I add flour until it got that way. And this is baking powder. I put a lot actually because I was not sure if it would grow. So I just make sure to put enough baking powder and I mix. This thing that I'm doing right now is putting oil on the cake pan. I don't know what you guys call this. In Portuguese is forma. I put oil and make sure to I don't know what's the name of what I'm doing, but just making sure you have oil all over the thing, and then you add flour, just a little bit of flour, and then you make sure the flour is all over the thing, because that is my technique to make sure my cake would not be stuck on that pan. So I know myself and I know that this cake can actually not grow and can also be stuck. So I'm actually preventing all the worst case scenarios. So I add the cake on the pan. I first use a fork and then I realized that the fork was not functional and I used my spatula. I don't know if that's a word in English either, but that's what I did. And it did not work. I decided to use a spoon, which was more efficient. Trust me, you don't want to waste anything in this kitchen. I don't like to waste anything in the kitchen, and I took my time making sure nothing goes to waste, because that's egg, that's flour, that's orange. We don't do that here. So I make sure it's even. I took my spatula and I even the cake on the thing that I did those things. You don't have to do that. I'm just being professional because I know this cake is not going to be what I want to be. I put it on the stove. Wait, this is an oven. And I let it cook. My oven was already on. I think you guys saw me turning it on, so yeah. And this is still boiling. You let it boil, let it boil, let it boil. And if you feel like the water is going to waste, add more water. Honestly speaking, guys, I have never done orange cake the way I did today. And I have to confess that I'm scared that the cake does not grow, and it's already done. So let's just wait and see what's gonna come out of this shenanigan. Well, it's growing, like it's growing pretty fast. You guys see that? It's growing, guys. Well, I hope it cooks, you know, because that was a weird experience. First of all, I don't have a, what's the name of that? A blender, and I don't want to make noise for my roommate. So, but I'm impressed because the cake is growing. I'm impressed. Let's just wait and see what is gonna come out of it. I decided to do the dishes, but I didn't want to. I don't deserve it. Like, that's why I don't like to cook. Honestly, I was shocked. I was surprised that the cake was actually growing because I did not expect that. So I wanted to make sure it was cooked because I removed it. So I used this technique of taking a fork and go through the cake with it. And if the fork comes out clean, it's cooked. But if it doesn't, it's not cooked. Wow, it's not cooked. It's terrible not to cook. I'm so sorry for this. Honestly speaking, each time I look at the cake, I regret doing it. I regret baking it because, first of all, it was not cooked, but it literally grew twice or more than twice the size. It's still not cooked, but I tasted it's very delicious. But anyways, I'm starving. I'm gonna eat something right now because I can't wait. Like, when is this going to be cooked? It's not cooked yet. I wish I just listened to my second thought. Just going to bed because this is not what I thought it would look like. Literally, the dishes were not much, but I didn't want to do them. But damn, stop it happening. At this point, I just forgot about the video and I was just waiting on my cake. And I did the test again, and yes, it was cooked. And finally, I was hungry and I just wanted to have this cake done. So I took my glove to remove my cake, which was looking good, honestly. I removed the cake and I ate the cake. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And this is the end. But before I leave, I'm doing this with my cake to put that orange water. So I'm gonna put that water that we boiled, sugar, water, and orange whatever, put it on top. That actually gives a better taste on the cake, and you want to do it when it's hot to make sure the flavor goes through the cake easily. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. If you have a question, leave in the comment. I know this is not the best video to learn how to make a cake, but I hope you learned something. Don't do cakes or don't bake any cake if you don't feel like it. Bye. So, guys, this cake is well, it's good with that sugar that I add. But if it wasn't for that, trust me, this would not be good. But it's not sweet. But the sugar that I put on top is good. And one thing that I'm thankful for is the fact that it is cooked. Because most of the time my cake does not grow, and when it doesn't grow, it shows that it wasn't cooked, and that's not good. So I'm grateful for that. But the taste of the cake itself is bad. Very bad. It's tasting like water. Not even orange. Like, I literally put orange, but I don't taste it. I hope I don't get a stomach ache. Oh, stomach ache. Stomach cake. Stomach cake. Okay. Bye.